Welcome back to The Explainer. I'm your host, and today, man, we are breaking down a fixture that was just absolutely scorching, both literally and figuratively. Picture this, right? You've got the blazing, sweltering New Jersey heat bearing down on the pitch. The stakes are incredibly high, and you've got two of world football's most dynamic squads, Brazil and Morocco, squaring off. What we got was an absolute masterclass in tactical drama and elite edge-of-your-seat skill. As a sports analyst, these are exactly the kinds of games I live for, looking for those tiny tactical cracks and seeing which superstars step up to exploit them.
So setting the stage, we are looking at the ultimate clash of styles. On one side, obviously, you have Brazil. Five-time world champions, they carry that heavy superstar pedigree where, honestly, anything less than total dominance is seen as a failure. Then, on the other side, you've got Morocco. Fearless, lightning fast, and heavily reliant on that sharp transition play that has basically proven they can carve up the best defenses on the planet. The big question going into this was, would Morocco pull off a shocker, or would Brazil's galaxy of stars just flip the script and assert their usual dominance?
Here's our tactical run of show for today's explainer. First, the high-stakes kickoff. Then, Morocco striking first. After that, Vini Jr. and the comeback. Then we'll hit the second-half tactical battle and wrap it all up with the manager's final verdicts.
Okay, Section 1, the high-stakes kickoff. Let's dive right into it.
Right out of the gate, Brazil carried a glaring tactical vulnerability, and it was that makeshift right-back defense. They actually had to drop a center half totally out of position just to cover that right side. And look, when you're up against a team that's as quick and ruthless with their offensive overloads as Morocco, you might as well paint a giant target on your back. Morocco spotted it immediately. In the opening minutes, Mazraoui exploited that exact pocket of space, made a devastating run, beat his man, and cut it back. Honestly, it was only a desperate last-second clearance by Gabriel that kept Brazil from conceding right then and there.
Moving to Section 2. Morocco strikes first.
Because here's the thing, you just cannot hold off a confident Moroccan attack forever. Let's break down the sequence on the tactical board. Step 1, Mazraoui once again abuses that weak right flank and beats his defender cleanly. Step 2, Brahim Diaz reads the play perfectly and threads an absolute needle of a pass. And then, Step 3, right in the middle of that blistering heat comes pure magic. Ismael Saibari finds himself sitting just outside the penalty area. Now most players would just smash it, right? Not Saibari. He executes this perfectly weighted, absolutely delicious lob shot that just floats right into the back of the net. Astonishing finish. Morocco 1, Brazil 0.
Which brings us to Section 3, Vini Jr. and the comeback.
If we map out the first-half timeline, you can really see the crazy momentum swings before the break. Early on, guys like Saibari and Hakimi were basically dismantling Brazil's midfield. It was total chaos. At the 10-minute mark, Mazraoui exposes the flank. Minute 25, Saibari hits that gorgeous lob. But right when Morocco looks like they're cruising, the momentum flips entirely at minute 40. Brazil suddenly finds their rhythm, and by the 45-minute mark, it's Morocco's defense that is being pushed to the absolute brink. And this brilliantly illustrates that individual superstar quality Brazil always has in their back pocket. Almost out of nowhere, the midfield sparks to life. Bruno Guimaraes drives the ball forward with incredible vision. And guess who's waiting for it? The Real Madrid main man himself, Vinícius Júnior. Vini Jr. gets the ball and makes absolutely zero mistakes. He unleashes this lethal, completely unstoppable shot to level it up, 1-1. I'm telling you, that strike gave everyone in the stadium goosebumps, just clinical finishing at its finest.
But Brazil wasn't done for the half. Literally right before the whistle, Lucas Paquetá tries this audacious bit of individual skill to steal the lead. But Morocco's keeper, Yassine Bono, he was having none of it. Bono steps up with an absolutely massive, top-tier save to drag his squad out of danger, keeping things perfectly poised at 1-1 as they headed into the tunnel.
All right, on to Section 4, the second-half tactical battle.
Coming out for the second half, the atmosphere was electric. We even had football royalty like Ronaldo El Fenomeno and PSG president Nasser El Khelaifi up in the VIP stands watching this unfold. Down on the pitch, it turned into a pure, grueling tactical battle. Early on, Brazil's Matheus Cunha goes down on the box begging for a penalty, but the ref totally waves it off. From there, Morocco really tightened their grip. Amrabat and Anahi formed this dominant midfield pivot, dictating the tempo and completely choking out Brazil's passing lanes into a low block. That level of control allowed Achraf Hakimi to launch a dangerously rapid run down the right flank, ending in a fierce, stinging shot right on target.
Now here's the deal. If Hakimi hits that exact shot against almost any other keeper in the world, Morocco goes up 2-1. But Brazil had a literal brick wall between the posts. Alisson Becker put on an absolute defensive masterclass. Not only does he dive low to parry that initial rocket from Hakimi, but he miraculously recovers to make a crucial double save right after, rescuing Brazil from falling behind. Breathtaking goalkeeping, honestly. It's the reason Brazilian hopes stayed alive.
And finally, Section 5, the manager's final verdict.
Both these squads threw the kitchen sink at each other in the dying moments, but the ref eventually blew the whistle, sealing this phenomenal clash as a 1-1 stalemate. And the touchline reactions, they told you the whole story. For Brazil, manager Carlo Ancelotti looked visibly disappointed. Look, when you manage a 5-time world champion squad, the expectation is total dominance every time you step on the grass, so a draw feels like a huge missed opportunity. Contrast that with Moroccan coach Mohamed Ravi. He had real mixed emotions. On one hand, you've got immense pride that his guys went toe-to-toe with global giants and didn't blink once, but on the other hand, genuine regret, right? Because based on the chances they created, they easily could have walked away with a historic win.
Ultimately, this was a top-tier fixture that beautifully highlighted the lightning speed of an ambitious challenger against the superstar resilience of a footballing giant. But now, I want to turn it over to you. Who do you think was the real hero of this match? Was it Vinícius Jr. stepping up with that clinical, unstoppable equalizer, or are you giving it to Ismael Saibari for that audacious, delicious lob? Drop your thoughts and your own tactical takeaways in the comments below. Let's get a good debate going. Thanks for hanging out with me for this explainer, and I will catch you all on the next breakdown.